Hi Aquarius moons, thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Carrot 144, very happy, grateful, and ultra blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their moon sign in the lovely zodiac sign of Aquarius, unlimited to anyone who should find this message, or should this message find you. For this reading, I will be doing a 6-card spread using the Cosmic Tarot deck. I'm going to go ahead and begin shuffling here. And the overall channeling for you Aquarius moons is cozy, period. There's a strong importance of your overall being, of honesty, ethics, respect, and integrity. We'll split the deck here. Looks like we got some hot cards there wanting to slide. All right, so the first card we have is the Lovers. So I feel this is a very strong connection, a galactic connection, a connection that is currently taking place. Normally, in tarot, the Lovers can be seen as making a choice. So that could be something that resonates with you. I'm not necessarily getting that. I'm getting that there's an illumination and an awareness, possibly even more awakening to this connection. All the signs being there as they are surrounded with parallels. 1 and 2. And then we have the Merkaba with the yin yang symbol that's in the middle here. And then also with this being a card of 6, this card is all about, I feel very strongly, unconditional love, especially with the pairings. I feel that with the parallel energy that I was just getting, could be speaking to 2 individuals who have been in different realms. I would say separate realms. And I definitely feel that the planetary energies are bringing these 2 together, where they've been together and always connected spiritually. But are coming together in the physical. If you aren't together with someone that you are very strongly connected to, there is a difference. You could physically be with someone and not have a strong connection. And when I say that, because some of you may not have come to that point, but when I say that, I mean the energy, the galactic energy, a cosmic love that's here, where there's telepathy, where there are 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, synchronicities. Some of you may be seeing these signs and these synchronicities, not really realizing it. And I feel like with the, again, the planetary movements, that these synchronicities are becoming more clear. The awareness is being brought to even more light, as we have the meeting together of the masculine and the feminine energy. Where I do feel the feminine energy is more of the spiritual being, where I was getting being in different realms, and the masculine being more of a that physical energy, where I feel that seeing these twinkles of starlight in his hair just speaks to an awareness in the crown chakra, an awakening. And then also too, the female, she has them too, but I feel the difference between these two. There's a difference, but they're one and the same. And then seeing this stream here, this reminds me of a serpent. And so I'm getting Kundalini energy there as well too. But I feel that the embrace between these two is very wanted. Two people who are longing to be close to one another. I feel the masculine is more wanting to give a kiss to the feminine here, and has been wanting to do that, and the feminine being in a position where she's wanting to receive. And with the love that is being brought together between these two, I feel it affects the entire world. As we see the birds here too, they're over here kissing too. And for the feminine, I'm getting that the touch, wanting to touch and feel, being in that spiritual state, finally coming together with the masculine, wanting to feel physically the body of the masculine. And then I feel that your sun energy is very, very strong for both the masculine and the feminine energies. But I do feel that, this goes beyond, for me, with this card, this goes beyond the Two of Cups for this reading. And if that comes out, that's even greater. That's wonderful. But the abundance that grows around these two individuals as they come together, both spiritually and physically, is magnificent. It's healthy. It's regenerating. It helps the world to thrive. And I feel that that love spreads. And then also too, I'm seeing that stream actually come from the Merkaba and the yin yang symbol here. Sixes may be significant. Six of Cups just came to me. So I feel with that spirituality, this is definitely speaking to a past life relationship. Twin flames. But a beautiful union that's here. Also too, with the spirituality, like the feminine just looks way more like galactic. Like back in time, but also way ahead of time as well, where I feel the masculine here with what he's wearing, and he's got a crown on his top here, speaking to that king status, that very strong, I would say, emperor status overall in the physical. Just I can feel the energy of these two coming together, and the passion and the connection and the longing, and feeling like finally the universe working. This also reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune card too, just with the wheels and the circle, where we have this circle here of the Merkaba energy that's on top of the sunlight energy, which is a circle. And then seeing these two encompassed in that circle just reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune, where things have been turning in their favor after doing, I feel, some very, very extensive work within self to be able to bring this together. The masculine may have been feeling chained to certain things. I feel that that energy was transmuted and made positive, where the usage is coming into that crown chakra area, third eye region, to be able to become more awakened and aware and connect with this feminine and know the truth, because the truth is within them. This is so pretty. That's a great opener. And I channeled a lot from that. Normally I don't with the first card. That was really strong, and it's really pretty and a great beginning to your reading. Let's see what the second card is. Yep. We have the Tower. So, as I was saying, like that strong sun energy, I'm seeing the fire here, where because these two are coming together, the two strong sun signs and that energy and the representation of what it is when they combine and come together, not just in the spiritual, but in the physical as well, is busting through and breaking down foundations. And this is also being assisted by the universe. As you can see the third eye here, where I'm getting the Eye of Horus as well. And then this crown here. I feel this is the same resemblance of that crown that's on the male, the masculine shirt there, where old constructs and ideas and beliefs are being thrown out, where it could have been in a certain state while in the 3D and having this king status. It may have meant something different to the masculine, but I feel connecting and going within has helped them to find their truth and see their truth and be willing to move forward and take the steps necessary to really feel love and true love and agape love that is highly unique and quite rare. But with this Tower card, this was a big empire, I feel, and that could have been that. I feel this is just a testament to show how far it is that both of these individuals have come to overcome this and to help bring this down. And I'm seeing the two people here. I feel like this represents the both of these individuals here, but then also individuals who may have been around them, and this energy with them coming together, bringing in the Tower, where it represents a lot for many people, I feel. But for them initially, for these lovers here, I do feel with you and someone else, that has to do with the awakening and the awareness that has come to you by doing the self-work and the self-love. The Tower being green, that number 6 being connected to that, the Merkaba energy, also being connected to this third eye here, this third eye energy, where I do feel that overall this is like it's giving off rays. And I feel that's that strong sun energy, that sun energy tying back into this energy here that I was getting for these two, for you and someone else. But I do feel, mainly with the masculine, I'm getting strongly just because of this crown being here, but being at the top of this tower. And I feel for a long time, knowing within them what their truth is, and knowing the choice that they make. And that could be where that choice energy is coming from, and not necessarily choosing between people, but making a choice when it comes to oneself and one's truth. That choice energy from the lovers, that's where that's coming from here. And making a choice to love oneself first. Where before, I feel being at the top of this tower with this crown on for this masculine, and possibly for the feminine too, having to, knowing that this tower is going to fall down because it was not built on stable foundation, but was built on falsities and things that did not have anything to do with this particular connection, this particular truth, but moving forward towards this connection and that truth. And then this tower coming in, being assisted by the divine, helping to burn it down and bring it down. Where I feel that these two are here, the lovers, for this scenario, are falling, but they're falling comfortably. And that could have been, you know, part of a fear too. Releasing the fears and knowing that when this tower comes down, you're going to be assisted and you'll be cushioned and everything is going to be okay. Almost like too, like with these crowns falling, you know, we don't know which way these are going to land, but because what one has built, being able to fall comfortably on that because of all the hard work that has been done. Because this isn't staying in the tower to be burned. It's not crumbling. It's still in its form. It's just falling along with these two individuals here. Clouds may be significant in the sky. Some of you may have felt like you were imprisoned, or because of the life that one was living, not only felt like you were imprisoned, but keeping others imprisoned as well with non-truths. We'll put it that way. Still being able to come out and be seen, but being in this tower, knowing what it was built upon, and still trying to maintain it. But I feel the overall energy, especially seeing that Merkaba again, it's just we've come to a time here where this tower needs to come in, where what one has always, I would say what one has always believed or been told or been shown, they've discovered going within that it's no longer true, and choosing this true love here for themselves. So almost like you are bringing in the tower, and not necessarily a tower happening to you, but happening for you. Because of the choice of love, choosing love. Let's see what the third card is. The Eight of Wands. So with this coming out, it is possible, as I had said when the Lovers first came out, that this may still be coming together. If you're not physically connected to someone where you know you have a very strong spiritual connection, I feel this is that communication that is coming in. Someone making a breakthrough. And I definitely feel with the masculine energy here that it is more of the masculine energy. And it could be, you know, the female that is resonating more with the masculine energy. Just take it as it resonates. But I'm getting masculine energy that is coming through and making the communication not only about this tower, but how they have busted through this tower. 8 energy is Scorpio energy, as the 8th house ruler is Scorpio. Scorpio ruled by Mars, where I feel that ties in with this Wands energy here that we have of Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. I want to also point out too that for the first 2 cards of this reading, we have 2 major arcanas, which I feel speaks to the impact, and not even like close to what these 2 are actually feeling. I feel it just kind of gives the clarity and verification of how powerful this energy is between these 2. And so following the tower with that foundation that no longer resonates being brought down, I think these wands here are speaking to communication about starting anew. Starting anew, moving forward as we progress from the 8 going into a 10, the 10 of Wands, where things may have overall felt like a burden. That 9 of Wands energy as well, being the energy of the wounded warrior, Chiron energy, and the 9 speaking to completion. So I feel with the initiation of some kind of communication or action or movement towards another, where I feel it's definitely between 2, that it's going to help both individuals speak on that 9 of Wands energy. I feel kind of both of those energies being vulnerable with one another and expressing those energies and those feelings and experiences. And then moving into that 10 of Wands, where they're both feeling that energy of what one has felt along their path, while coming into a very spiritual awakening that is helping them to come together in the physical. And with that coming together in the physical, that Ten of Wands energy of both of their burdens coming together, combining and transmuting in order to move on and move forward towards stable foundation, starting back at 0 and moving into the 1, the energy of the Ace. Eights are also having to do with abundance. I would say also too, following the Fool, we have the Magician as the 1 as well, where I feel it's the master of all aces, and the 5th ace. And so with that being said, the 8 infinity symbol, they're both one and the same for me. And so with that infinity symbol, that's also included in the Magician card as well, in the traditional tarot deck. But I'm getting a very strong, passionate energy here, wanting to take strong initiation and movement towards something new that is going to be built on stable foundation, with this coming together of these two individuals who have very strong love and passion and cosmic energy between one another. It's so pretty. Let's see what the 4th card is. And the 4th card for energy is having to do with matters of the home, stability, structure. I would say also with any kind of career that has to do with real estate, with architecture. I would say also interior designing as well. The colorful energy that's coming from this card, like it doesn't even compare to these two cards. It almost like, it's like this energy is so strong here with this Lovers card, which I think is one of the best Lovers cards that I've seen in most of the tarot decks I've experienced so far. It just kind of makes these energies look gray, even though these are very active and powerful cards. The sunburst that comes from this card here, it's truly magnificent. So underneath we have here the Prince of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands in this deck. And so with this falling underneath the Lovers, I feel that and this, like the Wands cards, the masculine cards for the Wands, I do feel that I've said this before, but I feel like these cards, those cards, the King and the Knight of Wands, tend to get a bad rap because of the fiery energy. There's so much positivity to this card, though, that I refuse. Like, I'm not going to go with that stipulation there. And I feel like that's a part of, you know, this Tower energy here with these two coming together. I feel it helps to awaken a lot of individuals around them. It's just inevitable for that energy to not be felt and to not be experienced, and to help others to come into clarity as well as they live in their truth. So with this energy of this Prince of Wands or the Knight of Wands, I just feel that this is speaking to a very young energy who is defensive about what it is that is within them, and what is within them and what they have discovered and found, I feel are very true innate gifts from the ancestors, where there is a very strong Leo energy that we have here. And I have that very strong Sun energy, where these two could have both very strong Leo energies connecting from past life, and it having to do with the ancestors and the gifts that have been brought and given to them for this lifetime, what they have gained by doing that inner work, and the strength and the courage and the bravery that they have found within themselves, the showmanship, the beautiful talents, and massive amounts of gifts that they have, where I feel it's beyond what one could, you know, just sit and even imagine. And with this being a part of the shield, I feel that this is almost like, it's like Lion King vibes. Like, heritage type feeling of having things passed down and being protected and being safe, being able to be in this lifetime and be one's true self and not have to worry, and being one's true self, being able to be happy, to be free, to be courageous, to be loyal, to be kind, to be giving, to be seen in the world as a true, awesome, magnificent, wonderful, blessed being. And I feel that the energy of this night speaks to the youth also, along with that defensiveness of taking a stand for what one has, what one is, and what one represents. But a very young energy here, whether they be, you know, a certain age or not. I just feel overall it's a young energy, and that's the importance of being in one's truth as well, as being in that youth energy. Very strong sun energy where those rays, again, are representing themselves here, while also being here in this Tower card too, where I feel this is all tying in to speak to the fire energy, the overall fire energy that is coming from every single one of these cards. The sun. But this Prince of Wands here, looking forward to the future. And I feel that with that looking forward, that speaking to coming into one's true self, wanting that true love that they know that is within, where they may have been seeing signs, going according to old constructs and ways, and that being brought down. Now being very hopeful and in their power and in their knowing, and wanting to make those moves. Seeing that Leo symbol there. And holding on to the wand here. I feel that that magician energy, they're able to manifest this wand in multiples whenever they wish to. And I do feel also too, with this energy falling underneath the Lover's card, that even though this is more of a masculine energy, with the balance and that yin-yang energy, I feel this also could be resonating for the feminine as well, who is coming to balance within herself, and the feminine and the masculine energy, the masculine coming into balance with himself and connecting with his feminine energy, and no longer ignoring it, avoiding it. And in that connection, I feel that this is a strong energy that represents both of these individuals here, but more I feel for the masculine, as I feel that, as I said, the feminine may have been a little bit further ahead with the cosmic energy that she represents here, and the masculine finally, you know, I mean, they're both bringing this together, but the masculine having to make certain moves within himself and connecting. And that right here, speaking to that Prince of Wands energy there too. But this also having to do with communication as well too. Like coming in really quick and fast. A fiery, passionate, longing and wanting energy where they're looking forward to the future. East energy also too speaks to that Mars energy overall that we were getting from that 8 energy of Scorpio, and then that fiery energy anyways there, but speaking to initiation and action, having some awareness. It's all speaking here in every single card. As I said, the clarity that has come in, illumination of things, situations, non-truths, feeling within oneself, allowing that sunlight energy to resonate within one. I feel also to cleanse and to purify, to detoxify, to be able to bring in what one is wanting after realizing what they no longer want. And with the rising of the sun here, like I'm seeing the sunlight energy in the nighttime, but I feel that there's a very particular energy speaking to the rising of the sun. And also too, with the masculine energy being in between these 8 of Wands, I'm seeing these as also like sun rays, where they're in the middle as the sun. and the activation of that sunlight energy, bringing in that awareness and communication taking place as they're busting through that tower there. So they could, you know, the energy that's within the masculine being assisted by the universe, as above, so is below. And so I feel like with them being here as the sunlight, surrounded by these rays, this is speaking to their third eye energy, but also being assisted by the universe. And then that third eye energy I was getting here with that crown chakra area where they may have been chained. Because I'm seeing this headband as like a chain link. And busting through that. Allowing the universe to assist them and come through them. Being open and receptive to change. And no longer denying it. This is wonderful. Like, I can't even say this enough. So if I sound redundant, I'm sorry. But that's the messages. Those are the messages that I continue to keep getting, to reiterate the amount of strength that the sunlight energy has on this impact of this magnificent and great change. I do feel that this overall speaks to the level of love that is necessary and needed for this world, and that you do definitely have a strong purpose here to share that love. Excuse me. To be that love and to share that love. Because the meaning of love these days has, I feel, gone far by the wayside. And the universe is helping us to bring all that back. The fifth card we have is the Four of Cups. So this is that longing energy here. This is that longing energy that I was getting from that Lover's energy there. Where with this card, it almost kind of shakes me a little bit, because I can feel the energy from the health of this individual, where they may be sick. I feel that, though, with that energy of possibly feeling ill, holding in a lot, because this individual is totally blue. Blue is throat chakra energy. Throat chakra energy may be imbalanced, where one is not speaking one's truth. And this falling underneath the tower, I feel that this is what that Prince of Wands energy is actually looking at and seeing, witnessing coming down. These don't have to be in consecutive order. I do feel this is necessarily overall telling a story here. And with this being the center, I feel this is speaking, and the Tower card here, this is the foundation of the beginning of the story, of the onset of two individuals coming together, defending their true love and the gifts and talents that have been given to them to be able to share within themselves, but also share with the world, and defending that, no longer being in this energy here. Cups energy is Cancer, Scorpio, Ophiuchus, and Pisces. And with this energy, feeling this way, but still having these cups here, I do feel like, you know, they have all the abundance in the world, but this is stuff that's been given to them in the physical, speaking to those old constructs and old ways of what one may have thought that they needed or had to obtain in order to feel some kind of happiness. But the happiness, I feel, with this contemplation and seeing, and I'm getting contemplation with the 2 and a 2, making this 4. We have another 4 energy here too, where I was speaking on that 4. 4 and 4 also make 8. And so I feel like there's a, speaking to the division between these numbers here, but a 2 and 2 energy of contemplation and cooperation, where there may have been a 2 of Cups here, a 2 of Cups here, and not being satisfied with what one was seeking outside of themselves, as we can see what is within oneself, and feeling a certain way, having a certain connection, a telepathic connection, a cosmic connection, and making the choice to choose love here. because I feel this is what no longer wants to be felt anymore. Horses may be significant. You may have a horse, or someone you're connected to may have a horse. Being very abundant and stable. Being able to live out in the open air. Some of you may have a farm, or this may be an area that is just like a wide open space where one is able to come out and have respite, do this contemplation. If they feel they, need to release or ground, do some earthing. And I'm hearing all that glitters isn't gold. All right, so let's move on to the last card. I'm going to move these over so we can see. And the last card is 6 energy, having to do with unconditional love. I feel that with the beginning card being a 6, it kind of speaks to the beginning of choosing this love and what this love is going to be coming into. Also falling underneath that 8 of Wands, where there's a busting through energy from the masculine, I feel overall, being the sunlight. As they're both the sunlight, both masculine and feminine, but I feel that's what that masculine had to really come into, is that sunlight energy. I feel, if they, whether this be you or who you're connected to, if that masculine energy does have Leo energy, strong Leo energy, they may have been on the other side of the Leo energy, on the shadow side of the Leo energy. And then now, with this breakthrough here, being more into the light energy of Leo. Realizing what a true kingdom represents and what that is all about. Let's see what the 6th card is. 7 of Swords. And so with this, I feel that abundance is being gained. I do feel coming from a 6 energy going into a 7 speaks to progression. I also feel that this is the feminine energy, where we have the masculine energy. I feel like both of these energies are lighting each other up as they come into balance. And this kind of speaking to the energy of the masculine, where there's communication coming forth and coming through, being manifested in a very special way. And then with the feminine energy, the intelligent and witty and wise way that one is moving. And I feel that for the feminine energy, coming from sunlight energy, balancing that feminine energy within, where it's possible that the feminine was more in a masculine state, coming more into their femininity, as well as the masculine is coming into that femininity as well, with that moonlight energy here. And then also too, with this 7 of Swords following the 4 of Cups, I do feel that it may be possible that between these two individuals who are side by side, and then also side by side, and then side by side, there just may have been a lot of situations that caused a lot of pain and a lot of hurt between both of these individuals. And that being a part of this Tower here as well. But I do feel that the feminine, any sword that has been brought towards her, has been able to, like, she's taken these swords and put them in the ground in this way, taking care of each situation, each sword that I feel was a non-truth, and exposing light to what is truth. And that helping that masculine, feminine, or the masculine energy come into that sunlight energy of awareness and truth and clarity. No longer feeling like they have to hold anything within, without falling underneath the Tower. with the energy of expression that we have here, and being able to communicate to the feminine. The feminine, with this energy, I feel a transmutation of these swords energy. This is your energy. So just take this as it resonates. If you resonate more with the feminine energy or the masculine energy, but we do have your energy, Aquarius, and then Libra and Gemini. And then also, too, wanted to mention as well for a lot of you who do have a fucus energy, that a fucus energy is in these wands energies as well here, too, where I feel that comes into very strong play, too, given that we have cups energy present here as well. So a fucus energy could be very significant for you as well. But transmuting this feminine energy, transmuting these swords as they come. Each sword that may have been a false representation of truth. And this is the reason why they are in this state, and how she has taken care of them and handled them. And because of the way she's handled them, being able to move in a very smooth way while gaining ultra abundance, being very connected in her femininity. And just overall, I feel a happy and joyful connection between her and the moon. There could be, you know, possible dancing in the moonlight. We did just have a full moon. So I do feel that this could be speaking to Wonder Woman energy. We did have that for a fucus. That energy come through of Wonder Woman. And the reason I say that is because this also looks like a cape. And that's just what I channeled. And seeing this as a cape with their back turned, I feel this is also like a very strong high priestess energy here too as well, with that 2 energy that I was getting there. And then with the 2 coming together in Roman numeral is also the symbol of Gemini as well. And then that brings us back to the swords energy and that magician energy. Very strong magician energy I was getting also too, with the progression of coming into full state after coming from, you know, a tower energy, beginning on stable foundation, coming from the full state into the magician state, and then moving into the high priestess. And also too, seeing the purple here, purple is also related to the crown chakra. That crown chakra energy, I feel, you know, with these swords and speaking to the obstruction and breaking down of non-truths, that connection tying into the masculine and that crown chakra region that I was getting initially, speaking to that card there. And this overall speaking with that Merkaba energy, that yin yang symbol, the combination of the masculine and the feminine, the sun and the moon energy here, where we have the masculine, I feel, representing the sun here, and then the feminine representing the moon, and these 2 coming together in a very special and rare, unique way. Where I feel that for a lot of things and a lot of ways and a lot of ways of moving and being in society, in normal, typical 3D, with awakenings, they're finding that they are quite rare. And almost everything that they have been taught and shown growing up, which I do call and consider to be programming, to keep one asleep and to keep one from being woke, and to stay in the same cycles where one is feeling like they're moving but they're not really getting anywhere, and just continuing to move through life without really feeling the true joy and happiness that the universe has to offer. Busting through all of that with that tower there. And the very strong first card here of representation of true agape love and a very cosmic connection coming together between 2 very special individuals who are very strong, powerful, energetic, loving, talented, gifted, knowing, wise, Two people who have fought very hard for the love that we see here in this Lover's card. It's almost like nothing even matters. You know, you could go through all of this and experience all of this, but this card is like the bee's knees. And I feel with this card here and these cards here, I feel with this being at the beginning and these two towards the end, where we do have masculine and feminine, just kind of speaks to what it is that they had to go through along their path, and what it is that their part is as masculine and then as feminine along their path in coming together to have this beautiful union. I think we're going to see what's on the bottom. We're running a little long here, but let's just go ahead and see. We'll elaborate on it. So I don't do reversals, but this was in reverse, and I'm getting that contemplation, no longer being in a contemplative state. That Four of Cups energy, where that could be for the both of these energies too here, and not just necessarily for the masculine, just as I was getting with this Prince of Wands energy. And I feel that is for both. Like, these are all interchangeable because we both have masculine and feminine energies. And that could have been a part of, you know, this Tower coming down too. Feeling like one, just because you're a man, you're only going to feel masculine energy, when that's not necessarily true. We both have, we all have both masculine and feminine energies, where one could be stronger than the other at certain times. It's not always going to be the same energy all the time, every single day. And so I do feel these two here, where this could be more of the feminine energy and her contemplation, where this is the masculine energy and their contemplation. No longer the Tower being here to represent that for the masculine, and the Two of Swords in reverse to represent almost like the same Tower energy for this feminine, and them choosing love. Which I think is ultra fabulous. This is a beautiful reading, Aquarius Moons. I'm very happy for you. If this resonates for you, congratulations, and please do enjoy. And I know you're making the best of each of these moments. If you have any doubt or question about what it is that you're experiencing, I feel that this is a very strong confirmation, and also gives light to the clarity between you both, where there's no confusion about anything that has to do with a very strong connection and releasing old ways and old constructs of old ways of being and thinking that no longer resonate, and probably, you know, most likely have been clouded and blocking this connection from coming together in the physical. The two individuals who are choosing one another and choosing true agape love, doing it in a very rare and unique and special way, being defensive and very strong and representative, backed by the ancestors for sure, and seeing this stuff come down as they come together. Yay! Thank you so much for being here. I thank you so much for allowing me into your space. I wish you all the best. And until we meet again, take great care. I love you. Peace.